coming up on this edition of Southwest TV News. The community of Gull Lake was in the spotlight as it hosted the 2019 Hockey Day in Saskatchewan. Visitors from across the province traveled to the Southwest community for a full day of entertainment.
People that have been involved in these multi-sport games in the past have what they call the games bug.
The 2019 Western Canada Summer Games are set for August 9th through the 18th in Swift Current. And with less than 7 months until the event, the host committee is asking for your help as a volunteer. Saskatchewan winters can be long and cold, and as you bundle up to head outdoors, your pet should also be considered during the winter months. Thanks for joining us here today. The annual Hockey Day in Saskatchewan was filled with excitement for residents of Gull Lake and surrounding area. And we bring you some of those highlights in today's top story. The community of Gull Lake was in the spotlight as it hosted the 2019 Hockey Day in Saskatchewan. Visitors from across the province traveled to the Southwest community for a full day of entertainment. From the numerous activities in the school gym, a pie eating contest in the community hall, and the featured hockey games in the rink, the event was enjoyed by all ages. And along with a love of hockey and the spotlight on community pride, was the focus of fundraising, with a goal of $50,000 for rink upgrades.
Like our dressing rooms need a lot of work, our benches, like our players' benches need a lot of work, our booth needs some love, and if you've been at the booth, you know that our booth worker has been working tirelessly. Dean is amazing, so it'd be nice to give her a place to make her kitchen a little bit more efficient, but we have a few projects. Rinks always need money, so it'll be nice to be able to put some love back into the building again.
The excitement of hosting this provincial event also attracted Doug Lingelbach, a professional ice carver from Saskatoon, who showed off his skills and designed a commemorative piece for the community of Gull Lake, a process which began with a 300-pound slab of ice.
You use a Gary board, and I was taught by the Japanese carvers, so we use like a screw board basically to sand the surface flat, as if you were playing a piece of wood, but we use screws. And then you've got to fuse the pieces together in order to build the size of your sculpture based on whatever your design is, and mine is basically a 2-block stack, so I just basically fuse the two together, start carving, and then if I'm going to do additional add-ons, then I would have to use a Gary board again and then fuse and using water to weld. Chainsaw, that's more of a modernized Western world way of carving ice. Over in, like, say, Russia or Japan, they use hand saws and various hand tools and chisels, pickle forks, homemade devices. We've kind of elevated the sport, the power carving end of it in the Western world, and I'm a power carver in wood as well, so the chainsaw is just a fast way to get to where you're going and then fine-tune it with power tools and chisels.
And indoors, a lasting legacy for the rink was designed by Connie and Jeff Phillips of the Art House in Maple Creek in this 12-foot-long mural showcasing the 2019 Hockey Day in Saskatchewan.
Jeff actually prepared the mural ahead of time, and he chose all the images and chose different logos from some suggestions from the board and the committee. And so then he pre-drew those on with some light brown acrylic so that everybody else could actually paint it in and fill it in the way that they want to, which is actually great because we have some teams here that are part of the teams that we're painting, and they're the ones who know the right colors, so they just go for it. And they're having, I think, a lot of time having some ownership of that. So.
Each year, the Hockey Day in Saskatchewan is hosted in a different zone in the province, with the Saskatchewan Hockey Association investing approximately $20,000 to the selected community to cover the costs of hosting the event. And through the efforts of local fundraising committees, Hockey Day in Saskatchewan has raised over $900,000 for rural Saskatchewan community rinks since 2008. As the countdown continues to the Western Canada Summer Games in August here in Swift Current, the host committee is looking for 2,000 volunteers. The 2019 Western Canada Summer Games are set for August 9th through the 18th in Swift Current. And with less than 7 months until the event, the host committee is asking for your help as a volunteer. Sheena Gatsky is the director of volunteers and says 2,000 individuals are required for the games, and they'll be seeking volunteers of all ages to welcome thousands of athletes, officials, and other visitors.
People that have been involved in these multi-sport games in the past have what they call the games bug, and so they like to come and help out at various games all over Canada. So it's pretty neat to see.
And with 250 volunteers already signed up for the Western Canada Summer Games, Swift Current's Mayor Dennis Perreault is confident the host committee will meet its target, as the city is once again in the spotlight.
The best part about the Western Canada Summer Games, I think, is there's something there for everyone. There's lots of different events. Everyone's interested in different things, and I think this will be a chance to be a part of something far bigger than any of us. It's the biggest event to ever come to the Southwest. We are looking for 2,000 volunteers, but I know every time we've asked before, our community stepped up, and all of the Southwest has as well. So I'm filled with optimism and absolute excitement for this event.
More information on volunteer opportunities are available on the Western Canada Summer Games website or by calling the Games office. Well, as you prepare to head outdoors during the winter season, you're reminded to also look after your pet and ensure that they're comfortable during cold conditions. Saskatchewan winters can be long and cold, and as you bundle up to head outdoors, your pet should also be considered during the winter months, as pets can also suffer from frostbite and hypothermia. Therefore, precautions should be taken with your pet when heading outdoors in extreme conditions.
Well, for pet owners in general, just please take care with your pets as the temperature drops. You need to make sure that pets have shelter, make sure that you're not taking your pets out for too long, appropriate clothing, all of those types of things. And if you happen to know of stray pets, certainly give us a call. We may not be able to take them right away, but we can add you to the wait list, and we can also help with some strategies, perhaps for outdoor housing for them in the short term and that type of thing.
And if your furry friend experiences health-related issues due to extreme weather, get them indoors immediately and contact your veterinarian for further advice on assisting your pet to the road to recovery. Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at southwesttvnews.com. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.